What's with your so-called mutual aid society? It's the name people around me gave to our home. I think cult is a more suitable term. Why? You know exactly why. Unlike Scudder, I brought enough tools. All of them, in fact. It's best you undo the tricks on him before I count to 10. If you're worried about time, I've already made everyone stop for the time being. 6, and the next is 3. It seems you really want to take Scudder away, but does Scudder want to leave? Right now, you clearly care more about yourself. You've misunderstood. I never forced anyone to join my union, and when everyone was making their decision, I didn't play any tricks. They all joined voluntarily. I need proof of that. So, would you like to join with me? Don't make me sick. But if you don't join our minds, how can you know Scudder's thoughts and persuade him to go with you? I see. You think the union is a bad thing, but I see it as the exact opposite. Everyone who's joined your union, they're like walking corpses, worse than death, and you call it a good thing. Worse than death? If death could really offer us a better life, what do you think everyone would do? Avoid it at all costs, or eagerly embrace it. At the very least, shouldn't we face it calmly? This is what a man from the Mutual Aid Society said. You understand what it means, right? Are you saying that this is Scudder's choice? What on earth is he thinking? As she complained about the trouble her colleagues caused her, she took out several items used for tracking and leaving messages from her gear belt. She approached Ch2-Ph1 after everything was set up. I'm ready. Then, welcome, Miss. As the dazzling white light faded, the 2 people and 1 artifact departed from the savage data. The end right here. Like a manga reaching its climax, and the author is about to kill it. You should consider yourself lucky. A timely omission doesn't deprive you of the courage to get involved. True, it's called another form of death. Although we didn't see how it went, at least we learned the method and the result. In reality, Scudder is still doing fine. Just follow Lantern's process, enter Ch2-Ph1's consciousness, and persuade the united Nadina, Caridia, and Halia inside, and the union will be done. Yeah, exactly. Anchovy and her companions will all be done too. I'll have unperception put you on mute if you keep saying things like that. I agree with Donigui this time. Considering Lantern's character, if she believes that awakening Ch2-Ph1 is our goal, waiting for her prey to come to her is less effort than patrolling around. Even if we know how to do it, we'll probably have to face Lantern's inquiries and pursuit again. Honestly, I prefer Lantern as a companion rather than an enemy. I definitely don't want to confront her. Because she's a formidable opponent. More than that. When fighting, everyone would make sure they're safe before attacking, right? But Lantern isn't like that. To ensure the effectiveness of her attacks, she can play dirty and even premise them on her getting hurt. It's precisely this kind of combat style that makes her value physical training. In that case, let's prepare for both scenarios. After listening in for a while, Chen-Xue calmly interjected. It seemed that no matter how the situation developed, she always remained unruffled. Songju and Perception, you can prepare your persuasion methods in advance. Entropy must have gained new insights after studying the material. As for Donigui, you stay here. You're a member of the Shoots who can work between worlds. With you as a trump card, I can also join the battle and help everyone if needed. Come on, you're just a researcher. What can you? Hard to say whether it was under spell or had sensed a strange power, but the foul-mouthed dog suddenly fell silent. Fine, what do I care? I think you underestimate Shoots too much. But since you scholars are so confident, then let's go. We'll never know until we try. Why do I feel like you're getting even meaner? And Perception. It must be in your head. Senna and the others haven't shown any sign of regaining consciousness. We must work hard now. Let's go. Alright, we'll set off when you're ready. Lantern, are you there? No response. Looks like she's gone elsewhere. Great. We still had one lantern left to lit. Yeah, they were already in the Union at the time, and with Lantern relentlessly chasing after us, we couldn't continue. But now we can safely wrap things up. Just in case, I'll prepare a plan B. The watchdog isn't here, but it's better than nothing. Okay. Everything will go smooth. Use your discerning gaze to see if there's anywhere to hide. Discerning gaze. I'll see how discerning you can be. Use the discerning gaze to lock onto the next pillar's position, and then quickly move after the attack weakens. How can you stay so calm, Perception? Hurry up! Lantern's firepower is so intense. She really has no mercy. So you knew this would happen and prepared an escape route. Yeah, I'm quite sharp, aren't I? We're very close to the last lantern. Stay calm and be cautious. Only by saving Senna and the others can we have more room to maneuver. Go light the lantern, Entropy. Done. The first flicker of flame from the lit lantern instantly dispelled the darkness shrouding everyone. It was this indiscriminating light that forced Lantern, who'd long been in the shadows, to stop attacking. It wasn't because the intensity of the light overwhelmed her. It was because the only things responding to her gun muzzle were the faint glow of the gadget and two empty pairs of eyes. You're too late. They've entered Ch2-Ph1-Pt5's consciousness. My head is spinning. Who's there? Me. Who else could it be? It was impossible to wake you up. I thought it was just you delving deep into the Union while I was left waiting in this pitch darkness. So, are we inside Ch2-Ph1-P's consciousness? It's more like a fragile illusion, or a layer of dust clinging to the surface of consciousness as time passes. How can you be so sure? Well, while you were there sleeping standing up, I tried to deal with the shadows myself, but my blows were like hitting cotton, completely useless. Maybe it's because unperception isn't here. Then have you tried the barrier-breaking candles? It's on me. It's on you. I wouldn't lay my hand on another person in the darkness. That's just not something I do. I didn't know that you have such a decent side. Well, we shouldn't delay any longer. Let's try it quickly. 3 Mile Mist, the sentry says. Lantern branches into 9 to shine through the southern barriers. Ha! Are we still in the library? I thought we might be facing something indescribable. What were you thinking? Most of the time, Ch2-Ph1 lives in the library. Perhaps that's also reflected in her abilities. But the atmosphere is much cozier than we imagined. Those ghost-like things are very eerie. Maybe there's a consciousness that Ch2-Ph1 unified with. Come think of it, I haven't seen anything resembling Sana and the others yet. Viewing from the opposite standpoint, my friend, your words are even more horrifying. Forget it. There's no point in scaring you. Let's just hurry up and find someone. Let me see. The one who looks more human should be a good choice. Welcome, friends from afar. Welcome to the Haven of Love. Haven of Love, not the Mutual Aid Society. This is a century-old title. So you are. Outsiders usually call me the guide. If you have any questions about the Haven of Love, feel free to ask. You're quite friendly, not like the lady outside. She would rather snap us all out. Everyone here is friendly, and everyone who wishes to understand and join the Haven of Love is welcome. So what makes you the guide? It's a rotating responsibility. The procedure was decided by everyone a century ago. The idea was that with my appearance, I wouldn't scare away interested newcomers. So could you please take us to see Sanadina, Halia, and Kareli? Whether you wish to stay here with your friends or just take them back to reality, you need to leave the shallow consciousness and enter the deep union state. Is there a way to take them away without entering the deep union state? I'm sorry, that's simply not possible within the procedure that everyone decided. If you have any concerns and are ready to leave and make other plans, we won't stop you. However, allow me to remind you, the longer you hesitate, the harder it will be to persuade them. Persuade them? Yes, because everyone stayed here voluntarily. I think it's not wise to rely on a single person's opinion. Before making a decision, why not ask others for their thoughts? Welcome, friends from afar. Looks like you're still troubled by whether to embrace the deep union. The conversation between you and the guide has become common knowledge. Word spreads like wildfire. Besides fighting shadow with Ch2-Ph1, we didn't expect you to enjoy sharing chit-chats. I see. So you thought those of us united here were like busy bees in a hive. That's indeed a common misconception among most visitors. In that case, allow me to ask you a question. Do you believe there is love between a couple? Without love, they wouldn't become a couple. Exactly. Sorry, I seem to have forgotten that person's name. But in the past, I had a beautiful relationship. Because of love, we were together day and night. Because we were together day and night, we cultivated love. But here, love isn't a reason nor a consequence, but rather ubiquitous, like air and sunlight. In depth and in breadth, it far surpasses everything that person gave me. Its sweetness attracts all those with a sweet tooth, like the guide, like my former self, and like your companions. From this perspective, we are the manifestation of a hive. We're mutually connected, like honey that knows no distinction between you and me. Song-Jue, what do you think about what he just said? What's wrong? Nothing. I'm just pondering how to explain the risk of entering the deep union to you. You must have noticed in their examples, Ch2-Ph1 isn't really a queen bee, but rather the hive itself. To unravel this giant web woven from honey, the only solution I can think of right now is to offer something sweeter. But to do this in a hive that seemed to have a numbing effect. No, that's not right. Song-Jue, you should know Lantern better than I do. She rescued Scatter from the Union. But do you really think she's capable of offering something sweeter to Scatter? Right, her style of doing things must be different from mine. I understand now. Don't worry, leave it to me. A lively flame flickered with many figures within the roaring fire. Even before you draw near, you heard its invitation crystal clear. Come, unite with me. Aside from occasional flickering shadows, the fire didn't possess any living traits. But as you approached, you heard its murmurs. Welcome. What is it doing? Allow me to explain. He's still immersed in the deep union and cannot converse with you for the time being. And who are you? Have you two forgotten me already? I'm the guide. Right, so you can possess others like Ch2-Ph1 as well. Interpreting our relationships as possession may be somewhat biased. I can be anyone, and everyone can be me. For the slumbering Lady Ch2-Ph1, it's all the same. An indiscernible shadow. From now on, you will no longer be alone. Hello.
你好。
你好，
Welcome,
远
friends
道
from
而来的
afar.
朋友。以外面的视角
From an
而言，
outsider's
我
perspective,
已经
I
死
have been
了
dead
很
for a
久，
long time. But
但
here,
身
I
处
have
此
attained
地的我，
eternal life.
依然获得了永生。只要潜心
As
以
long as you
待，
wait piously,
结
the
合
light
之
of
光
union will
自
shine
会
upon
照
you.
临己身。谁能想到，
Who would have thought
即
that
便
even in
处于
slumber,
沉眠，
Lady
撒
Sahapam
贝
still
鲁大人
accepts and
依旧
guides
在
her
接纳
followers?
引导他
Such
的信众。
kindness,
他
such
是何等仁
tolerance.
慈，何等宽容！所以，
So, my dear
我
friends,
亲爱的
as
朋友们，
youngsters, you should embrace the
身
union
为年轻
earlier.
人，你
Don't
们
wait
更该
until the
早
moment
些
of
投入
death
结合
to
的怀
realize
抱。
the true
我要
life.
像我一样，临到将死之际，才幡然醒悟，何为真正的生活。
两位考虑清楚
Have
了
you
吗？
made up your mind? Upon careful consideration, you realize that despite spending time with Sanadina, Helia, and Corelli, you hadn't developed the kind of bond that would justify sacrificing yourself for them. Lantern and Scudder must have had that kind of relationship at first. But if you roll the dice, you might have a chance to live. If you give up now, all that awaits you is the merciless judgment of Lantern.
苏俊，从游戏的角度来
Looking
看
at，this as a
我
game,
觉得这一
I
关
don't think
并
this
不需要
level
两个人
needs
才
two
能打
people to
通。
pass.
没有新东西可以玩了。给我讲讲你的冒险故事吧，讲到我说停为止。
Wallace of the Rasen Gang. You know me. Am I already that famous? I don't know you, but I'm acquainted with that custom job you just parked in the alley. The whole street is kicking off about the racket it makes. Despite the lack of taste, you've got some skill to pull off those mods. Thanks. Your attitude shifted quickly. Don't get ahead of yourself. Do you think I'm going to cut you some slack? There are plenty who are lost in their own worlds, but at least you've managed to carve out a niche. So, kneel and serve me. I'm the brother of Rosengan's second-in-command's bodyguard, young Master Done. Scared much? We're the ruler of Ember Street. Nobody crosses us without paying their respect. Since you're the ones who control all of Amber Street, you must have seen quite a few things. Got anything to broaden my horizon? Our gang doesn't care about that kind of stuff. We're not here to compete with fancy dress folks like you. So, how many members does your gang actually have? You're just here to pick a fight with the Rosen gang, aren't you? Alright then, take her bodies. Oh, I almost forgot to say that I've already taken care of those friends of yours lurking in the alley. Alright, it's your turn now. Kneel. It's been quite a while since someone's talked to me like that. I come from a martial artist family and have honed some pretty decent skills without even realizing it. I've won a few bouts against uninvited challengers and dealt with a few thugs who came knocking. Then rumors started spreading that I was the strongest person on Amber Street. They formed a gang in my name, gathering more and more people, and before I knew it, they'd made me their boss without me doing anything. There's talk going around that you're aiming to wrap your fingers around the whole Amber Street. What goes through your mind when you're at the helm of such a vast organization? What goes through my mind? What could I possibly be thinking? To me, Shadow is but a tool to wield as I see fit. I'm a predator and also a nurturer. True domination isn't a one-way street. But of course, you don't need to grasp that. You only need to live it to understand. Now, I've made myself clear. You have no choice. Kneel.